is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my Spreadshirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with another fun video. We're going to talk about the top 10 rookies so far for January. And I done did it for every month. I know you guys enjoy watching this and seeing it, but these rookies have been amazing. Like I said, this is one of the deepest drafts, and like a lot of players never played this well as rookies. And you have over 10 plus rookies. That shows that either they can be a rotation player, an all-star caliber player, and we even obviously have a couple players that could be potentially superstars 2 to 3 years from now. Which is real ridiculous considering that these guys is only 18, 19, 20 years old. Their body's not fully developed, and honestly and truthfully, they playing that well so far. And they have high upside. Some of them lanky, some of them long, some can be two-way players. Some of them showing better promise than what we thought coming into the season. So I love the fact that these guys putting in the work. They deserve to get drafted, and they playing hard. And they going against these veterans. They going against these stacked teams, and they ain't scared of nobody. But first, I just want to give our honorable mentions. Mikal Bridges. I like what he done, but I still feel like he can do better. I'm a little disappointed in Mikal Bridges. He had the opportunity when a couple people got injured, and they had Trevor Ariza out for a little bit. Then he got a lot of more minutes, and he was able to put up some decent numbers. He's still shooting the ball where I thought he would, but he really hasn't impacted the game that much, and they still losing a lot. But he do show two-way potential like we thought, getting a lot of steals, getting out on the break, hitting corner threes, spacing out the floor. But I still feel like he can do more offensively. I still feel like he's a little hesitant. He's still showing that he can create his own shot consistently off the dribble. And a lot of the problems that he had in Villanova is only getting more magnified and glorified in the NBA. You'll think like some rookies he would improve on a lot of those areas coming into the league, having a coaching staff and a development team and being able to watch the footage, but he hasn't improved as much. Kevin Huerter, he kind of blew up these last 2 months. We knew he could play. We knew what he can do. The problem was we just had to see it, and he's getting the opportunities and he's getting the minutes and he's producing. Shooting very good from the field for his position, and the fact that he's not as athletic as a lot of other guys, but that he makes up with it with this shooting, and the fact that he knows where to go, knows where to be, and when he gets opportunities, he's not scared to let it fly. Those are my honorable mentions. 10 is 009. My last honorable mention, Landry Shamet. I feel like he is one of the better rookies, one of the more consistent rookies, but I go with my 10 now. I was Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox, I like him. I feel like these last 2 months has really changed the way I feel about him, because I feel like Kevin Knox was more of a project than a player that can contribute right now. And he showed that in the first 2 months, October and November. He showed that he really couldn't shoot consistently, which we seen in summer league. He's a guy that wasn't scared to shoot. They motivated him to shoot and try to score. They really wanted to see what he brought to the table. And I feel in summer league they was allowing him to take shots, allowing him to create, allowing him to play off the ball. He just couldn't shoot consistently. But we knew that obviously going into the draft, that he's a guy that had huge potential because of his size, length, and athleticism, but also he has potential as a shooter. He's starting to show more of that ability the last 2 months, but he's playing against NBA talent. Even though his numbers is a little inflated because his team is bad and he gets a lot of shots, I think that that's for the better. You want him to play. If he would have went to another team, he probably wouldn't get the minutes that he's getting right now with the Knicks, which means his development could be a lot worse. And the fact that he's still showing that he could be a quality NBA starter, even though his defense isn't there, his shooting is way off, and he can't consistently create his own shot either. I feel like his potential is showing just through the roof right now when I watch him with the Knicks. As a defender, being able to rotate, guard multiple positions, get rebounds, hit spot up threes, hit threes off the dribble, and being able to be long, lanky with Porzingis, and you got Mitchell Robertson. You got a long lineup that's athletic and mobile. That could be scary for the Knicks if they can learn how to play together and learn how to play defense consistently and be able to knock down shots. And obviously, you don't really care about Mitchell that much because he's going to be more inside. But Porzingis and Knox would be scary with Mitchell. That'd be athletic, long, lanky, big, could cover a lot of space. That could be a scary team if they can really learn how to play together and play defense. Number 9, Alonzo Trier. I like Trier. It just he had an injury and it caused him to miss a significant amount of time. I liked him day one. He was undrafted. He made the best of his opportunity playing for the Knicks. His numbers have dropped a little bit, but he's still efficient from the field, efficient from three. I like the fact that he's more of a calm player. He knows when to attack. He knows when to shoot. He knows when to pass. He knows when to play in the pick and roll. He's a guy that's very under control. You can see that him playing in college really smoothed him out. He doesn't really panic. He really doesn't try that hard to do things. He just let the game come to him naturally. He knows when to fade. He knows when to lay it. He knows when to pass when a double team come or when to kick out. He just understands the game, and his knowledge for the game has really helped him transition into a good rookie. I wasn't really expecting him to be this solid, but he has gotten a lot of minutes and a lot of opportunities. He still stayed efficient, and he still was able to score double digits his whole rookie season. Even though his numbers, like I said, efficiency and numbers are down, he's still showing that he's one of the more consistent and best rookies of this class, and that's why I have him at number 9. Shai Gilgeous is having a high upside year. His shooting has kind of tailored off because he hasn't been able to really knock down the threes. We knew he wasn't a great three-point shooter going into the draft. We knew that was going to be something that he would have to work on. I feel like he has improved on that, and I like the fact that he isn't hesitating. If he's open for three, he's still letting it fly. That's a confidence builder. I want him to feel like he can make a three. I want him to believe that he can get it right. And if you practice it and we want you to implement it in the game. You work on it, then you practice it against players, then we want you to do it in the game. And the only way he's going to be a great three-point shooter is, taking the wide open ones, taking the spot up ones. But he has really been able to adjust and be an all-around player. His offense will come, but it's not there just yet. He still can hit floaters and mid-range jumpers, and he can get to the paint, but he still has to work on his shooting, and it hasn't improved to the point where he's a threat, but it hasn't improved to the point where he can score if you sleep on him. He will sneaky get you 15 to 20 points if you don't pay attention or you don't respect him enough, or you dare him to shoot. He'll get to where he wants to go and take the shot that he wants to take, and that's smart. Number 7 is Wendell Carter. His three-point shot isn't there, but he hasn't taken that many. I feel like he was more of a guy that was more of a glue guy. I didn't really feel like he was going to be a superstar right now. I just feel like when he got drafted, he'd be able to come in and give you something right away. And he has been able to do that, whether it's finishing in the paint, hitting elbow jumpers, or just setting good screens, doing dribble handoffs, and just keeping the ball movement. He's not really trying to be aggressive. He's really not trying to take over games. He's just trying to come in and do what the coach asked him to do what his team need him to do. And he's been able to do that all season. He's been smart. He's been fun. But he hasn't really shown that superstar potential. He's showing more potential of being more of a third or fourth option, which the Chicago Bulls actually need. They got Zach LaVine, who showed that he can score. We got Lauri Markkanen, who can space out the floor. He has huge potential. You got Chris Dunn. You have a lot of young talent on his team, and they're going to eventually have to get that wing spot figured out. But Wendell Carter looks like the perfect guy that you want to be on a team with, and he's a team player, and he's a winner. And that's what the Bulls need, a guy that's going to know what he has to do for the team and do the dirty work. And that's the guy that they have right now with Wendell Carter. And he has played solid his rookie season so far. Number 6, Jaren Jackson. He was in my top 5, but some of the rookies has come back healthy and has played better than him. Jaren Jackson has one of the highest upsides in this whole draft because the more I watch him, he's starting to post up people. He's not fouling as much. He's not reaching as much. He's not trying to go out there and block everything. He's posting up on smaller guards and forwards and just out muscling them and he having hook shots. He has a little one hand floater push shot. He's knocking down spot up threes. He's knocking down spot up jumpers. I like the fact that Mike Conley and Marc Gasol trust him. They're like allowing him to get a lot of isolations. They allow him to touch the ball a lot more because he's the future. This is the guy they're going to build around and add other pieces. And I feel like they're implementing him a lot more and they asking him to do a lot more, which he's going to have to do in the future. And the fact that they're trying to get rid of Mike Conley and Marc Gasol, he might have to learn a little quicker than we thought because we didn't really expect the Grizzlies to be as bad as they were, especially the start that they had to the season. They have fell completely off. And if they do want to get rid of Marc Gasol and Mike Conley, they got a guy like Jaren Jackson that could be the future. Trae Young, I'm still a little disappointed in Trae, but I don't know what you guys really expected him to do. We already knew he wasn't a great scorer. In college, his numbers really fell off when people figured out how to guard him. And the same thing has happened so far in the NBA. He's shooting around 38, 39, 40% all year. Can't really score consistently. His three-point shot, he shows potential of what he can do, but he showed that in college. He's not knocking it down consistent enough. He's shooting 29% from three. He's really struggling to finish, too, because teams are forcing him to finish over the top or they're rotating over and they're able to still block his shot or get a good contest, and he just doesn't have the explosiveness and the athleticism to hang in the air to finish a lot of the layups. He's going to have to work harder than everybody else if he wants to be great because at the end of the day, he's at a disadvantage height-wise, defensively, athletically. If he wants to be a great player, he's going to really have to work and perfect that jumper because that will open up his whole game. The more you can shoot, the more space they have to give you, the more space you can hit floaters, and he has took advantage of that so far. And you can also get more layups because they have to, commit to either the jumper or to the paint, put them in a position where they have to commit to one or the other. That helps you score a lot easier. And I'm starting to see his potential more better with the Hawks. He's an excellent passer. He believes in his teammates. He plays team basketball, which he, didn't really do as much last year in college. He's taking a lot of shots. He's averaging 15 and 7. Not the most efficient, gets a whole lot of turnovers. And he's a guy that is a trial and error. He's a high risk reward guy. He's a guy that can potentially 2 years from now, including this year, be special. But also, that means y'all going to be bad in that time. So I don't know what to think about him right now, but he does look like he can be a potential all-star caliber player. I said that when he got drafted, and he's proven that right now. He's a guy that if he ever figures it out and have the right teammates around him in the East, he can be an all-star. Number 4, Marvin Bagley. Big Bagley. He was a guy that was injured, so I took him out last month because he missed majority of that month and this month. But when he has played, he has been a beast, getting double-doubles. He showed that he was NBA ready. You give the ball to him, he can post up. He can hit the face-up jumper. He can hit mid-range jumpers. He can play on and off the ball. He's taking threes, even though he is not making them at a hard. He ain't taking that many. He's not really using it that much. He shows you that he can potentially be a stretch for you. His defense is still not there, but he's putting a lot more effort and energy there. And it does help that he plays with Fox and other good players like Buddy Hield that space out the floor and keeps him getting easy dump offs and layups around the basket. He's smart, he's witty, and he does the little things that help you win, especially coming off the bench. He's a motor. He's a guy that's going to come in and contribute and get you points and rebounds in a hurry. And he's been doing that since he's been given the minutes. And I can definitely see him being a potential starter in the future once he figures out how to play elite level well, not elite, but good enough defense to keep him on the court. And, once he finds out a little bit how to shoot a lot better, he can be a better fit because he'll be able to be a more versatile and more. He'll give you more diversity offensively once he figured that out. Colin Sexton, he has fell all the way off because it's starting to get tough. And, they starting to figure out what he wants to do. They're starting to adapt. They forcing him to shoot quicker. He doesn't have the space in the room that he had 2 months ago. Teams was letting him come off the screen, get the shot that he wants, or they'll give him a mid range, they'll give him a spot up three. Now he just not knocking them down. He's still taking them. He's still aggressive. Shots just not falling right now. They putting switches on him with bigger guys. They're forcing him to, finish over bigger centers and power forwards. And it's getting tough, but I still figure out this is part of the process. He's going to have to figure this out eventually. It's going to happen eventually, and it's good that it's happening to him as a rookie because now he can study and watch the footage and make the adjustments either this year or even going into next year. He just doesn't have enough help. Same with Trae Young. They just don't have enough to really cover their weaknesses, or they don't have another guy that can take a lot of pressure off them. Rodney Hood hasn't done it. Tristan Thompson hasn't done it. Nobody has really helped Colin Sexton on the offensive end, and he's starting to get the repercussions of he has to do more, or they're starting to figure him out, and it's easier to guard somebody that you don't have to really regard or respect everybody else. So he's falling victim to that. Ayton, I ain't really have much to say. He's been pretty consistent double 16, 17, and 10. He's going to give you close to that every game. Only thing I don't like is he's not as assertive. Some games he wants to be dominant. Some games he could care less. Some games he doesn't put maximum effort. He doesn't put maximum effort on the defensive end. But he still shows that he's going to be possibly an all-star center in this league because the fact that he can score when he needs to, plus he gets offensive rebounds. He's going to get a couple dunks every blue moon and a couple lobs if you don't pay attention to him. But he also can hit jumpers and pass out of the pick and roll, and he can pass at the high post or the low post. So he has potential to be an all-star caliber player. It just, does he have the drive? Does he have the want? Do he want to put in the work? Do he want to stay late? Do he wants to continue to make it work with Devin Booker? But he needs to demand the ball more. He needs to be more aggressive, and he needs to show that, hey, I'm the number one pick for a reason. And he's showing that with a double-double, but he's not doing what Doncic does. And Doncic is going at everybody, and anybody want it, anybody can get it. And that's what I've been seeing from Doncic. He's going out there attacking LeBron. He's going out there going at KD. He went at Kawhi Leonard yesterday. On the weekend. He ain't scared of nobody. Whoever wants it can get it. If you want to guard me, I'm going at you. Whether it's through the pick and roll, whether if I'm going to the paint, whether if I'm going to shoot a three over the top, he's shooting threes. He's taking over in fourth quarters. He has become a franchise player as a rookie. The dude is averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He's doing everything. Now he's getting 30-point triple-doubles. The dude is phenomenal. Nobody expected Luka Doncic to be playing the way he's playing right now. We all knew he was the best rookie. Nobody's seen him being this dominant. The dude is on cuffs of being an all-star in the West as a rookie. We haven't seen that since, Blake Griffin, and he was a number 1 pick, and Doncic was the number 3 pick, and he has fit in perfectly with the Mavericks, and he has been the perfect player that they have needed. I love him. He's one of my favorite players right now. His confidence is through the roof. I like the fact that he gets mad when he misses. I like that he gets mad I like that he gets frustrated. And that means he cared. That means he wants to win. That means he wants to go out there and give it his all. And that's what you want out of your franchise player, that hate losing, that hate missing, and just feel like he can get better, feel like he can improve, feel like he not doing enough. You want him to feel like that because that's what push you to another level. That's what make your teammates believe. That makes them want to play harder. That makes them want to win even more. And he just doesn't have enough talent. He's trying and giving his all, and he's finding ways to push himself to get better. And that's the sign of a franchise once-in-a-generation player. And he's showing that he has that upside. And I love everything he's doing. Like I said, he's going at some of the best players in the NBA in the clutch with a game on the line. He's knocking down impossible shots, but he has the confidence to take them, and he's making them. and he's taking over games. He's taking over fourth quarters. He's taking over some of the best teams in the NBA. They know what he wants to do. He's still hitting his step back. He's still getting to his spots and knocking down jumpers. He just needs to be more efficient. That's his biggest weakness is efficiency. He turns the ball over a lot and he doesn't knock down jumpers consistently. He needs to continue to work on his jumper. He needs to continue to advance his handle. And at the end of the day, once his teammates get better, we will see his efficiency rise and his play rise. Right now, they don't have enough shooting, and right now they just don't have the perfect fit for how he wants to play. But he's still giving his all. He's still giving his best, and he's still showing that he's a winner. He went from being a EuroLeague MVP and a champion to a guy that barely can make it to the playoffs right now. They're in the race for it, but it ain't seem like they're not going to make it, and that's eating him up alive that they won't make the playoffs, it looks like. And that's what I want out of my franchise player. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description and comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that's liking on Facebook. Thanks for everybody that's liking and supporting the movement. Thanks for everybody that's buying the merchandise off my spreadshirt.com. Thanks for the support. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. That's why I continue to go. I make discussion videos just like this, top 10 lists, previews of the season, NBA draft coverage. I also do NBA breakdowns. I also do the hottest trade topics, the buyout topics. I cover all things NBA. I try to do a 365. I really don't miss a day. If you enjoyed this video, check out my older videos and my older playlists and become part of the family. I love making these videos. I love the game of basketball. I try to watch every single game to give you guys the best knowledge and the best breakdowns and the best analysis. I've been doing this for years. I'm so used to it. And you guys have really showed me a lot of love and support throughout this journey of doing this for years, and I feel like I'm going to continue it. It's fun, but come join the part of the family, check out my older videos, and if you like this video, become part of the family. I'm gone.